Welcome to episode 3 of the Alvernia Campus Show. I'm Braden.
And I'm Brianna, and we have a hot batch of stories for you today, and without further ado, let's start off with a bang.
Some kids build Legos in their free time, and some play video games, and some build nuclear reactors at 12. Yeah, you heard that right. Jackson Oswalt from Memphis built his nuclear reactor out of $10,000 worth of scraps he found on eBay in his parents' spare bedroom. Nuclear reactors at 12, I fear what he creates at 18.
AI is at it again. A senior lawyer in Australia is under fire for submitting false AI-generated quote and case judgments. And people say, I'm bad at using AI. At least I don't use it for a lie under oath. Defense lawyer Rayshaw Natumi, who holds the prestigious legal title of King's Counsel, took full responsibility for filing incorrect information in the case of a teenage charged with murder. Shouldn't use an AI detector.
Objection! ChatGPT did me dirty, mate.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say that most people don't lose a body part while swimming. 69-year-old Brenda Ogden lost her prosthetic leg at sea. Elizabeth Forbes found a lot more than fossils while walking on the shore of Atwick, about 14.5 miles from where Ogden lost it. Well, at least you know the leg works. I wonder if the leg made any friends at sea while it was missing. Do you think mermaids need prosthetic fins? The leg was a custom-made titanium prosthetic, which cost $2,700, which is probably more than what's in most of our bank accounts.
The first ever authentic cat burglar was apprehended yesterday at the school in New Zealand. Marma Stewart, principal of a high school in Wakapane, reported that items have been mysteriously disappearing for over a year. Shoes, goggles, towels, even underwear, all vanishing in the dead of night. No, this isn't Mr. Krabs and SpongeBob on another panty raid. As the name suggested, this cat burglar was an actual cat. It was only fitting that the school's principal named the cat Slinky Malinky. Hide your undies and trust no one. Not even our cat can be trusted.
I guess you're gonna miss the panty raid.
The what?
Viva la Revolution! The French are back at it again. A 20-year-old French man checked himself into a hospital last week, saying his stomach was feeling Les Miserables. Upon inspection, doctors discovered a World War I bomb stuck in his lower self. The man refused to disclose exactly how the bomb came to be lodged up there, though doctors had their suspicions. Terrified, doctors called in a bomb squad to dislodge the shell and prevent any potential explosions. Firefighters surrounded the building, and staff and patients were escorted to a neighboring hospital down the street. Luckily, with careful precision, the doctors and bomb squad carefully removed the explosive device. Since being discharged, the man, by the way, not the bomb, this wisecracking lunatic has been charged with national terrorism. Possession of a bomb, even safely tucked between one's cheeks, is a federal crime. After being interviewed, the man's doctor said, and I quote, "I would have rather been in an actual World War I trench warfare than spend one more minute smelling the air in that surgery room."
Sacre bleu.
Speaking of flatulence, this one's a real toot. From smart fridges that let you see what's inside without opening up the door, to smart watches that yell at you to go inside without having to move an inch all weekend. The world of science brings us smart underwear. You might ask yourself, what would you need this for? These undergarments are made for the express purpose of measuring farts. While this might sound juvenile at first, it becomes infatuating to learn that this research is to better understand how our bodies work on a fundamental level. Doctors have already found out that we break wind on an average about 14 times per day. That is, unless you're the biggest lactose-tolerant daredevil of all time. I do hope that the test subjects are given copious cans of air freshener. I wouldn't want to be the scientists who have assigned to the Fart Project. And now to sports.
Where's Carl?
Oh, I don't know where he's at. I have no idea.
Yeah, I haven't seen him. I guess I better go find him. All right.
You going to set on this offensive line?
I'm gonna fight and die to protect them with everything I got.
All right, welcome guys to the Alvernia Campus Show Sports section. This is episode 3. Joining me today, I'm Connor. Over here is
C-Money.
Austin.
Bert.
Alrighty, guys, we got an exciting episode worked out for us today. I think we're just going to jump straight into it with the Golden Wolf rundown. We've got men's basketball losing 2 incredibly close games this past week. First against Albright, 87-85 in overtime, as well as a loss against number 15 ranked Hood College, 80-81. Alvernia versus Albright, close game, went into OT due to a small mental error by a player, but we're gonna keep working, we're gonna keep going, and as Austin will tell you later, I'm sure that they're gonna keep pushing for the playoffs. Women's basketball with 2 big wins over Hood, 49-39, as well as an Albright win against Albright, 77-68, with Jenna DeGout scoring her 1,000th career point against Hood College here. The women are heating up and always in that playoff conversation for the MAC Commonwealth. Men's ice hockey took back-to-back wins last week against Arcadia, 2-1, and Misericordia, 1-0. Great goalkeeping by Connor Graham for both games. He was Alvernia Player of the Week. Women's ice hockey lost to Arcadia last weekend 7-1, but came back the next day to beat Hood 5-0. Men's wrestling took a massive win against Arcadia, 29-14, in a match with a great performance from my friend Hayden McKellen, claiming victory in only 43 seconds. The women's wrestling took a win against Delaware Valley University, 35-10 this past Monday, with Mackenzie Hunter and Kayla Maldonado claiming massive victories, again in less than 40 seconds. For track and field on the women's side, at the East Fast Track National Invite, Angelisa Rodriguez had the highest finish, being second on the open high jump, while Andrew Simmons, back from Staten Island, with a 23.6 in the 200. And Heriberto Camacho also had a personal best in the 400 with a 53.69. Alrighty, and going into our schedule coming up for this week for the Alvernia Sports, we have men's basketball face Widener Saturday and Eastern Tuesday, knocking on the door. They're in 5th place right now, so we're going to make that playoff push, right, Austin?
Yes, sir.
All right. Women's basketball will face Widener Saturday as well, and Eastern Tuesday. Men's ice hockey coming up against Stevenson tonight and Wilkes tomorrow evening, while women's ice hockey will face Stevenson in the next hour at 3 o'clock, then Wilkes tomorrow as well. Men's wrestling faces Albright tonight in a massive MAC Commonwealth matchup where they have their senior night. Shout out to my friends on the wrestling team. Baseball starts tomorrow with the men playing at Keene College. And then track will be in New York tomorrow for the NYU D3 Invitational at the Armory. All right, we're going to segue this into our Off the Bench segment.
Well, before we go to off the bench, we don't got to talk about that yet. Not yet. Austin, I want to hear about the 2 basketball games that had happened.
Oh, sure.
Well, speaking about the first one, I believe we had the game pretty much sealed within the last 2 minutes of the game.
That was Albright, right?
Yes, against Albright. I think a mental error definitely set us back, but and in overtime we kind of just gave up on ourselves mentally and physically. So I think we should work on from that and strive to do better. And in the Hood's basketball game, We were up about 10 points with 8 minutes left against a great team, a nationally ranked team in the country.
Without your coach, too.
Yes, and without my coach, without our coach, and without our top 3 scorer in Barbara Cottrell. So I think we did pretty good. Everybody played with energy. Everybody loved to be there. Everybody wanted to be there, play with great energy. I think this is a great step moving forward, and we need to take this into tomorrow's game against Widener, which is a pretty tough environment to play in.
Definitely.
So, and I think we need to keep this same energy because the playoffs are coming up. After Widener, it's Eastern and Messiah. So
Yeah.
I think we just need to keep that going so we can make the playoffs to get that 4th seed.
Yeah, I was going to ask you, after losing 2 straight, how do you guys as a team keep your mental state in a good spot and continue to push for that playoff run?
I think it starts with practice. We got to start practicing hard. We got to give each other confidence as well because there's a lot of people on the team that are like kind of scared to shoot the ball in certain times in the game. I just feel like if we uplift each other, I think we'll be perfectly fine because there's no team. I don't think Hood wants to see us. I don't think York wants to see us again. And I damn sure know that Albright does not want to see us a 3rd time in the playoffs.
Yeah,
so
they're scared.
I think we're pretty good right now where we're at. We just got to keep
And
that going.
Bert, so you were at the Albright game, were you not?
Yeah.
As a fan, how did that one feel, and how does that make you yearn for our men's basketball team to do better in the future?
It was very tough to see in person. You see they're shooting free throws, and then one of our guys step over the line. And then, yeah, it was tough to see.
Definitely. Carl, any opinions about that from a fan perspective?
Watching both games, it was really tough because, like, one, it's Albright, it's our rivals. Like, we want to beat Albright, and a lot of unfortunate things had happened causing us to lose. Hood, very close. They didn't have their coach, and it was a close game. They won by a game winner. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna go off script a little bit, guys. But I am so proud of all the athletes at this school and in the world, and they take the time out every day to put a show on for everybody. Everybody comes to watch the athletes do whatever. So please, coming from an athlete myself, if you can't go out there and do the things that other athletes do, you cannot criticize other athletes as well. And I'm gonna leave it at that.
I agree.
Thank you very much for that, Carl.
He's preaching.
All right, should we get into the
Oh God, go ahead.
the long-awaited off the bench? As you guys see, I had to go retrieve Carl from his hobby hole. Found him in a little bit of a depressive state. Austin, I'm sure that you're on the complete opposite side of that.
Yes, sir.
Feeling at the moment. Obviously, guys, we had the big Super Bowl matchup this past weekend, Seahawks versus the Patriots. A lot was said in episodes prior to this, talking about and leading up to the game. But Carl, I'll immediately go to you because I want to know what you thought of the game as a whole. Before you think about your Patriots, I want you to kind of break it down for me. What did you think of the game?
To be honest, I didn't expect what I seen, and I'm talking about from both teams. Obviously, I expected New England to win. Like, come on, guys.
Usually how they do it.
I like my odds being by myself.
Yeah, you're the only guy paying the
28-24 with Kenneth Walker fumbling on the 1 yard line.
Well, praying on the
Let's piss
downfall.
some people off. But no, truthfully, I didn't expect the game to pan out the way it did. In my opinion, watching it, it was very slow. I mean, it was a very defensive game at first. I mean, as you can see, 12 points coming from a kicker alone. And then the touchdowns didn't really come until after. But as a New England fan, I was kind of proud. I was happy about the defense. I think the defense showed up. Doesn't matter. Kenneth Walker was going to do whatever he was going to do. He's a good running back, okay? I'm going to just leave it at that. He was going to pop ball. But I was happy to see that the 2-3 good receivers that the Seahawks have didn't do that much. I mean, JSN got targeted, 11 times and only caught the ball twice or three times or something like that. Like, that's their offensive player of the year. And the fact that he didn't do a lot was good to me. Now, if you want to talk about the Patriots O-line, that was atrocious. That was bad. And there was so much pressure. And then, again, any New England fan could just be like, well, they had two rookies on one side. We've had two rookies on the one side all season, and we made it this far, so that's not an excuse anymore. nobody woke up. Nobody was ready to play but the defense. Offensively, I think we just couldn't get anything going. There was a moment in time when the game was close. I sat up in my chair a little bit. I was a little bit excited. But it didn't happen. It is what it is. I talked so much. Even said, argue with a wall. And you know what?
Somebody rolled
the
the clip.
wall.
Roll the clip. Somebody roll it.
I think they had a hard way to the Super Bowl, and they won, so be mad. Argue with a wall.
Roll that right now.
The wall smacked me in my face because we lost. So,
Yeah.
unfortunate.
So, Austin, obviously you're on the opposite end of the spectrum here. How are you feeling? Super Bowl champs, 2026.
I feel great, and like one of the reasons why I feel great is because people doubted Sam Darnold all year, all season. They doubted him all year, and he's the main reason why we won. He had no turnovers in the playoffs. He led the league in turnovers in the regular season and had no turnovers in the playoffs. That's a huge change to me, and I thought, me personally, whoever won the NFC Championship was going to win the Super Bowl. That was my opinion. So I just believe that we did a great job. Our defense played great. This is an all-time defense, and I'm pretty sure we can run it back next year.
All-time defense.
We'll see about that.
Y'all better than Legion of Boom?
No.
All right, then don't say all-time defense.
But we did have Drake May rattle. We haven't seen him like that all year.
definitely.
We haven't seen him like that all year.
Bert, anything for me?
I feel like the Seahawks, Sam Darnold went out there. Sam Darnold went out there, put on the clinic. He pretty much, I think, him and Kenneth Walker put the team on his back, especially Kenneth Walker, Super Bowl MVP. The Patriots went out there and try to do something. Everything wasn't very clicking, so yeah.
I feel like I'm being rage baited right now because I don't know what game you guys are watching.
I mean, I think
Kenneth Walker put team on his back besides the defense.
Well, honestly, I think Mayer should have won MVP.
I mean, but Sam Darnold didn't put the ball in harm's way. So
Yeah, Sam Darnold went out there and did what he had to do. He didn't have to do nothing special. He had to
He
make
didn't do anything special.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
he's gotta
Kenneth
manage the
Walker
game.
was running the ball the whole game.
Yeah, so he didn't carry.
Well, to bring up your own
Okay,
point
but-
previously, Carl, you did say that Drake May did what he had to do all year, and Sam Darnold
Respect.
did do the same exact thing in the
Respect,
Super Bowl.
but I also didn't say Drake May carried. I also
Kenneth Walker carried.
I admitted the Patriots' struggles in the playoffs. I said we're not getting done offensively, but it went to win. I'm not disregarding what I said because I'm not going to sound hypocritical. But you can't say he carried. We know who carried the game.
Okay,
who
Kenneth
would have
Walker-
got MVP would have been the kicker, and that would have been crazy to see.
it could have been a defensive player as well, though.
It could have been. I'm not. We're not talking about your defense. Your defense is good. We talking about offensively right now. I give all my respect to Kenneth Walker for that game. Yeah. Yes, Sam Darnold did not. He did what he was supposed to do as a quarterback, but I wouldn't give him all the credit. Is my point here.
Okay.
That's a fair point.
Kenneth Walker had a good game, Super Bowl MVP. He's a free agent coming up in a couple months.
They're gonna resign him.
He's
no
not
way they
leaving.
don't.
He's not going
No
nowhere.
way. They're gonna
He's
resign.
not going
I
anywhere.
feel like he's gonna have a record-breaking running back contract and see what he could do next season.
Bert knows ball, guys. Bert knows ball.
And Sam Darnold.
Hey, I mean, he let
Sam Darnold. Okay, he didn't put the team on his back, but if your running back runs for, how much he ran for, like 150?
about 150, 160.
Yeah,
You
if your
gonna
running
thank the
back
quarterback
does
for that?
your quarterback just gotta deliver 6 to 10 good passes in that game. and he won
11
the
of
game.
them were to JSN, and he only caught 2.
Okay, but
Cooper
JSN
Kupp-
got hurt.
Hey, Cooper Kupp had 51 yards. I mean,
Cooper,
he had a good game.
JSN got hurt. He was, yeah.
I mean, but Jason didn't have to do much. This was
Yeah.
like a.
I mean, the whole Patriots game plan was to
Stop
not let
JSN
JSN
and
go
Cooper
off.
Yeah, but then you have
Yeah.
AJ Barner, you have Cooper
Ain't
Kupp.
nobody care about it.
Warner,
I mean, whoever
First
picked him to get the
touchdown of the
touchdown,
game.
whoever picked him to
Yeah.
get a touchdown would have got a heck of money.
Oh,
I'm not even
yeah.
gonna lie to you.
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I
Yeah, he
didn't
was
even expect that myself.
Yeah, nobody saw that
Yeah,
coming.
I didn't see it
The
coming.
barnyard.
If I was
The
him, if I
barnyard.
was the tight end, I'd be excited. I'd be
Yeah.
like,
All right, guys, I think we're going to segue this into the next section of the show. So we got the boxing gloves. We're going to put them on. What's going on?
Nah, we don't have-
hey, look.
Anyways, we're going to talk about some more Olympic sports today. Let's go for curling. So I know our wonderful producer Chris Shipley had noted that there was some pretty notable curling performances that are happening. I know the four of us probably aren't as well versed as many other people, but we're going to try to break it down a little bit. So I actually used just a little research partner here, and I'm going to read what it told me. So we have the 2026 Milano Cortina Winter Olympics, obviously. Curling shot percentages are tracked as the primary metric for evaluating player and team performance, with individual leaders currently exceeding 95% accuracy. Now, that's something I want to stop on. Because if you're 95% accurate in everything you do in life, you're winning.
Yeah.
You're winning.
You are winning, yes.
Yeah, so these percentages are calculated on a scale of 0 to 4 points per shot, with perfectly executed shots earning the higher scale of the 4 points. So here we have some notable performances, with Switzerland leading the men's field with a 98.4 skip accuracy from Benoit Charles van Berkel, a team average of 89% in their victory over Czechoslovakia.
What a name.
So, right, what a name. So, I mean, do you guys have any opinions on this? I know we don't know much about curling, but, I mean, how hard do you have to work in order to be so good at something that you get to that highest level of the Olympics, and then you can even exceed percentages of 95%? Just how hard is that, do you think?
Again, the 95%, you got to be great. I mean, you have to really take the time out to really work on that to get to 95%. Now, I'm not a curler. I don't know what's going on here, but just to hearing those stats is mind blowing, because that's really crazy to see.
Austin, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna tail off what he said. I believe that too, because you gotta really take time to really get to 95%. That's pretty hard to do. Not even a lot of people in the world can even do that. There's a handful of people that can do that. So
Sure.
I think that's pretty solid if you ask me.
Sure, Bert, you got anything? I mean,
95% is, like they said, is very hard to do, but you could see what he went through behind the scenes to get to him to shooting 95%.
Sure. I'm sure there's a lot of work that goes in. A little bit more about the U.S. curling program. Currently, we just secured our first ever Olympic medal, so let's clap it up for that, I guess. That was in the mixed doubles, and it was also another landmark victory for the women's team over Canada this past week. Is there anything else that we need to discuss, guys?
Correct me if I'm wrong. We talked about her last week. Don't remember her name, but
Lindsey Vonn.
Lindsey Vonn, yes.
Right.
I heard she messed her leg up again after trying to go out there and perform after being hurt already.
That's right, Carl. So we had a story that came out of the Olympics from last week. I had mentioned that she had torn her ACL and was going to, ski on that torn ACL. We had a pretty elongated conversation about how crazy that fact was, and unfortunately, the sad news that came out of it is that she suffered in a major crash. Yet it actually didn't have anything to do with her ACL itself. It was kind of completely separate, which is, I mean, what are the odds of that? Yeah. But that was really sad to see for a legend of the women's alpine downhill go out like that. So we'll be praying for her to make a full recovery.
Speedy recovery.
Yeah, definitely. Alrighty, guys, I think that will do it for us today, and we're going to send it over to the other folks. So thank you very much. It's been Connor.
C Money. And Purdue is winning March Madness. I'm starting already.
No.
Starting already.
No. UConn's my pick.
We'll get to that in a couple weeks, I think, guys.
Here are this week's campus events. Mardi Gras Luncheon at Student Center Dining Hall at 11 a.m. on Tuesday, February 17th. There will be an Ash Wednesday Mass on February 18th at 12 p.m., as well as a Ramadan celebration at 6:30 in the Student Center.
On Thursday, February 19th, there will be a Mario Party video game tournament at 7 p.m. in the Campus Commons living room. Lastly, Student Activities is offering a free trip to Hershey Bears hockey game on Saturday, February 21st. The bus departs at 5 p.m. That's all for today. Stay safe, Fern.